everybody, Steph Burns here. Many of you I probably won't have met, at least not the people who are seeing this video. This is actually a personal invitation to a handful of people to join on a project that my brother Dave and I and a handful of our friends have been producing over the last, I would say, 2 months now. As you may or may not know, most of my career has been involved in helping adults learn how to learn, kind of reevaluating the messages they got in school or the ideas about learning they had as children from school, and also the strategies that they learned and applied when they were back as school children. And of course most adults, if they don't reevaluate that, come away into their adult life basically using the same ideas and the same strategies, even though they're extremely weak. You know, they may be good for going to grade school, but they're certainly not adequate given we have an adult brain and body that has a tremendous capacity for learning. So I've spent my career doing that, and as part of that work, working with others, I've oftentimes chosen unique activities that people were interested in, be it playing guitar or martial arts or doing triathlons on the physical skill side of things, or improving reading speed, comprehension, memory, test taking, etc. on the more academic side. But the purpose of the activities which attracted students to those kind of programs was actually secondary for me. What was primary was giving students strategies for learning, and we needed something for them to apply it to so they could see how they worked. So the activities, for example, in learning to play guitar might have been interesting for the student, but for me it was more important that they were learning how to learn, because I knew long after their playing guitar adventure, as they went on in life and chose goals that learning was required, that they would then have skills and strategies to enable them to achieve those goals. So for me, the primary purpose has always been really helping people both psychologically and strategically in having the right ideas and right strategies to achieve what it is they want to achieve, you know, the many and varied things that adults want to do. Over the last many years, we have been doing that, or I've been doing that with specialized organizations in need of that, and so it's always been in the context of those companies. But I've been really quite anxious to get back to offering learning to learn skills, goal achievement skills, etc. to a broader community. And to do that, I've needed to find an activity, something for you to learn, in which I can teach all of the strategies. And that's been challenging because many of the skills I've been teaching over the years are really big. I mean, they take a tremendous commitment of 6 months or a year for the students and for myself. They're very limited in the numbers of people who can participate. But about 2.5 months ago or so, David and I were mucking around because we've been playing drums together, and we stumbled on a skill that we thought might be perfect for embedding all of my learning to learn knowledge and goal achievement knowledge within this skill, within the development of this skill for students, meaning taking a student who can't do the skill, getting them to a point of proficiency, actually put students through every single phase that you can imagine of learning, all the frustration and the apathy and the procrastination and the excitement when something is achieved, being able to measure improvement, if you name it. If I list 100 ideas about learning that I want to teach, they're all embedded in this, and we're all experienced in this activity. So David and I took ourselves and 5 of our friends and a couple of other people who volunteered along on this adventure. The beauty of the skill for me is that it can be done by anyone. So we can take anyone from a teenager to someone who's retired, men and women, all shapes and sizes. You don't need to be in a particular fitness category. It costs next to nothing to do. You really need only one small piece of equipment, which is easily accessible. And it doesn't take a great deal of time. So going from the beginning of not being able to do it to being able to find a level of proficiency, which we defined, with our small group took anywhere from 15 days if somebody put a lot of effort into it, up to 40 days if somebody was just kind of picking this thing up every now and again and mucking around with it. But certainly within that, I would say 20 to 35 day period, which makes that pretty manageable to go from I can't do this at all and I don't think I'm going to be able to do this to actually being able to achieve it is quite a big thing. And every one of us who have done it kind of came away from that saying, geez, if I could do this, and knowing what I now know from my experience of learning this, one, it became a really enjoyable activity to do, and secondly, it became something that we knew we could apply those same strategies to pretty much anything else that we were learning. As far as the time commitment goes, it's really not much. It's something you can do anywhere at any time. You can do it sitting on the couch, you can do it while walking through the park or sitting on the train, on the school bus. You can do it for 5 minutes sitting at work. So this is an activity that can be done anywhere with next to no equipment. It doesn't cost you really anything to do this. It doesn't cost you anything to participate with me, for sure. And will take you somewhere between 15 and maybe 30 days of a little bit over that period of time. So we are now not quite ready to want to launch this to a big audience, and eventually we might take this out and let this get as big as it wants to get, because it seems like the perfect activity for me to teach what I want to teach and embed all of my work within this activity. But what we want to do is take another group through, maybe 10 people. So if you're receiving this video, please don't pass on the link. This has come to you because either David or I or one of our other participants, mates over here, we know you personally. We've selected you to ask you if you'd like to participate in this process with us. The funny thing is, I'm loath to tell you what the skill is, because I think if I tell you what the skill is, me being me and knowing what learners are going to do, you're going to go off, you're going to try it on your own, you're going to crash and burn, and you're going to go, nah, this is way too hard, I'm never going to get this. So I kind of don't want to tell you what the skill is. I just want you to trust the process at the moment and know that if you agree to do this, we'll teach you the skill, so you'll get good instruction on how to do it. You'll then be asked simply to videotape yourself every other day or every third day. Talk a little bit about your learning experience, and we'll get you to post that to a YouTube channel that we have up and running for this. We'll collect that data, and we will be there and engaged with you in a group chat session, helping you all along the way. I'll post videos when needed, when extra instructions are needed, etc. So anyway, if you've received this, know that you were hand-chosen. We'd like to have a couple of young people who are, say, 10, 11, 12 years old. I'd like to have a couple of young people, teenagers, 15, 16, 17, and then I'd like the rest to be adults. And we really are looking at 10 people probably to take through this. Now, there'll be a lot of things happening around it, and I think you'll find it absolutely enjoyable. We all had a ball interacting and being part of this process. And we'll tell you more as we go. So if you're interested in coming along on a learning adventure with myself and with Dave and a few other really good mates who have already done this, we've already been through it, we know exactly what you're going to go through, and you're willing to trust that, let us know. I think if you're getting this from me, send me a message on Facebook. If you're getting this from whoever you're getting this from, send them a message from Facebook saying I'm in, and then we'll tell you what you need to do next. This will probably all start up in about a week or 10 days time. So anyway, that's it. I'm Steph, and I'm out. I'll talk to you later. Bye.